Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Major Money. It's been a little while, had some issues, some health issues, took a little bit of time off, but we are back starting today. And it's a good time to start back. We just had the Women's College Basketball National Championship. My favorite women's college basketball player, Paige Beckers, finally got her title. So happy to see that. Excited to see what she'll do in the WNBA. I think she's going to turn a lot of heads. Maybe not quite at the level of Caitlin Clark, but that's my hot take. I like her better than Caitlin Clark. So always been a Paige Beckers fan, and we're going to continue that. But that game's already done. Tomorrow we have the men's college basketball national championship. I'll actually do, we typically do shows Sunday, Tuesday, and then Fridays. I'm actually going to do a show tomorrow for the college basketball national championship. So do not want to miss that. I'm not exactly sure of the time, probably 6:30 or so like that. To be honest, haven't even looked at when the game actually starts. So 8:50, that's about what I was thinking. So yep, about 6:30 around that time, I'll have our college basketball Major Money for the national championship between Florida and Houston. But today, I'm going to be bringing, once again, 3 picks that I am playing myself. So not just throwing out plays, random ones. I put my money where my mouth is. Not always going great. If you know anything about Major Money, we are very hot and cold, one or the other. But I'm feeling good. We've had a little bit of time. Off. Maybe we can right our wrongs here. Maybe we can turn it around. That is what I'm wanting to do and trying to do now. So without further ado, let's jump in to my first play. Well, we do have something further ado. I almost forgot. Like I said, it's been a while. Play $5, get $50 instantly. That's when you use the code 5. It's going along the bottom of the screen. That's FIVE. Use that. Don't even have to hit that $5 lineup. As long as you put it in there, that first $5, you then get your $50 in promo funds instantly. So don't even have to hit it. Just an instant 10x value right there. With the national championship coming up, I don't know anything, but they do a lot of times do special discounts or something for big games like Super Bowl. They've done it for the Final Four. They've done it for a lot of different games recently. So it is probably a good time. There might be a discount or even potentially a free square for the Natty tomorrow. So this is a perfect opportunity to get in. Now we will jump into my first pick. It is actually one of the more popular picks. Oh my goodness. It would be a Major Money staple that they took it away when I am going to use it. My first pick back. Let us see. Might have to search it here. I'm going to pull up my phone because I'm trying to see something. So the game's not started. I didn't think it had. We're going to go Braun. They took him away. That means we're going to have to pick one off the top of our head. But we'll go to our other ones first. I'm actually going to jump over to a combo here. It might actually not be on there too, now that I think about it. Okay, no, it's here. So it's in the same game, but it's here. I don't know if Brown got, maybe he got taken off or he's not playing today. I'll have to look and see. I got these picks a little bit ago, but this one's still up. Nikola Jokic and Tyrese Halliburton over 20.5 assists together. One just has to get 11, the other get 10. Two of the best assist men in the game. Nikola Jokic is the best passing center, not even remotely close, of all time. Not just now, of all time. No one is even remotely close to him. Tyrese Halliburton has been on an incredible tear of assists, and it doesn't really matter in this sense, but just to go to a stretch, he's been on an incredible tear of like 10-plus assist game with 0 turnovers. He's been historic in his assist to turnover ratio, especially at that high volume recently. He started off the year not too hot, but now he is in full-fledged. Now, Indiana and Denver both, with Jokic on the floor, Denver is a great team, great offense. With him not on the floor, terrible team, terrible offense. Tyrese Halliburton can take advantage of the supporting cast of Nikola Jokic and put up a very big game. I think this is going to be a high-scoring, fast-paced game. I really like this over 20.5 assists. Doesn't matter what game it is, Nikola Jokic can get his. So it's just an even better matchup playing against Indiana, in my opinion. There's a lot of points opportunities for both sides, and that means a lot of assist opportunities for the primary engines of both teams. So I love this square. Shoot, both of these guys can get 15 on their own. And I would not be surprised if, one or both of them is kind of in that territory here. So that's my first square. I am going to see, do they bring him back? I'm hoping so, because I actually points was at 14. Christian Brown. I'm going to see if it comes up a little bit later. But I liked his points at 14. He's been very consistent. I think he's hit at 5 of the last 5, actually. But he's been very consistent, and how he gets those points doesn't typically matter the type of game. But similar to what I just said about Jokic, I like this matchup. If you've watched Major Money any all year, you know I like taking overs against the Pacers. So I really, really like a lot of Nuggets props. Christian Brown over 14 points is one that I like. We're going to see if it comes back. And we are going to make our first MLB pick of the year. This player was historically bad to start the year, striking out at an average rate of 3 to 4 times a game in the first 5 games, I think. But he's turned it around. They're playing a second game of the doubleheader, so we kind of get a feel of how he's seeing the ball today. And he's seeing it pretty well. I'm going to go Rafi Devers, one of my favorite players in the MLB. What's up, Daniel? I'm a Red Sox fan if you've watched the show last year when baseball was going on. But you can see his hits, runs, RBIs. Once he found it, this man has been killing it. He hit a dinger earlier today. So he's been killing it. But I can see the Red Sox putting up a decent amount of runs. They won earlier in extra innings as well with a Wilyer Abreu walk-off hit. There's another guy who's been killing it. But Rafi Devers kind of chose him because he's turning his season around, the narrative from literally one of the worst starts in MLB history, especially for a star, going over to DH. People are wondering if he needs to switch back. I was wondering, is he going to be one of the players that can't play at DH and needs to play in the field? But man, he has come back like we expect. That game starts in 30 minutes. He already had a good hitting game today. I think he can very easily hit this hits, runs, RBIs. His hitter fantasy score of 7 is another good one. But I think in this specific instance, I think hits, runs, RBIs is the better play for him. Both are good with how he's kind of been seeing the ball, turning around. But I like the hits, runs, RBIs. We're going to check one last time. Nope, we just have his demon PRA up. So let's see here. Is Jimmy playing? Because a lot of people have been talking about his assists, but his rebounds have been very consistent as well. It's at 5. They are playing Houston. That's one thing to consider. His assist is at 5. His assist has dropped off, and he's been scoring a little bit more in some games. We'll take it at 21 still. I think, what's his PRA at? Oh, it's right here, 28. I was going to say I might go under because Jimmy with the Warriors has been having solid all-around games, but usually not super high PRA games. So he's, as I showed, pulled up the rebounds, pulled up the assist. He's been around when he first started, he was getting a ton of assists. Now it's kind of averaging out closer to that 5 or so. He was fastest Warriors player to average 15, 5 and 5 for the first 10, 20 games or whatever it was. So he's been very consistent, but it's always kind of been around that. So even games, I'm not saying he's scoring in some games a little bit higher, he's not doing some of the other stuff. It's kind of picking and choosing his spots. Steph Curry is back to being Steph Curry. I'm going to take an under on Jimmy Butler. For the sake of the show here, we'll go under on Jimmy Butler, PRA. That's just off the top of my head, so that's not one I'm going to trust as much. There's Pods. Bring back Brown. I want Brown back. That was my favorite. That was a really good square. The Pods one's pretty good, I would say, too. I've played his squares a lot recently for Pods. Against Houston, they're better defense, though. I've played them when they're playing not as strong of defenses at times, and he's been pretty good. But let's see. Brunson, 5.5 assists. That's a good square. I wonder if that's a little bit lower because of Phoenix, and they're worried about like a blowout type thing. Now that I'm talking about it, thinking we'll play that too. We'll go with 4. The one I'm probably going to tweet out is probably going to be the Brown one because I did already get my picture of it. So I'm claiming it. But these are 2 other scores I like. Jimmy under PRA. Jalen Brunson, 5.5 assists against Phoenix. I mean, Phoenix is not as bad, I think, as a lot of people think they are, but Brunson's going to get his. Like, that's not a worry here. And I could see them winning big, but I think Brunson's going to get his. And a lot of times when Brunson get his, he always makes sure other people get theirs as well. People think like last year playoffs, him just scoring super, super high numbers. He hasn't been doing that as much. I mean, they got Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart. He's picked up the scoring department, OG, Mikal. They have a lot of people that can eat, and Jalen Brunson is an excellent scorer and is the best player on that team, but he also makes sure other people are getting involved with his assist as well. So I like that square. So these are the 4 we're playing, and we're going to, like I said, look for Brown. When the game's a little bit later, they could show up even as 14.5 or so. I'd probably still take it against the Pacers. But that was 14.5 for 14 points. Might be a little bit higher if it ever comes back. But I like Nikola Jokic and Tyrese Halliburton over. It just bumped up while we were talking to 21 assists total. That's still a really good square. Rafi Devers, big Devers, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs over in game 2. Their series today of their doubleheader. Jimmy Butler, under 28 PRA against Houston. And we got Jalen Brunson, 5.5 assists going over. Now, when you play these squares, be sure to use the code 5. You get $50 in free bets instantly. You don't even have to hit that first $5 play. We will see y'all next time tomorrow for our Natty Title college basketball